Live, local, now. This is WIS News 10.
Well, good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Paul Rivera. A little cold this morning, but don't worry. It's going to start to warm up soon. Vaughn Gaskin has you covered from A to Z on how you need to prepare as you head out the door today. Good morning to you, Vaughn.
Good morning, Paul. Good morning, everyone. It is chilly, but it's really a nice Saturday. An absolutely gorgeous yet cool start to the day. Look at this. It's already up to 48 degrees. It's 48, the humidity at 86%, wind nice and calm, visibility at 9 miles. Nothing really to complain about as long as you own a nice winter coat. All right, the temperature is now up in Newberry at 45, 50 for you in Winsboro. You're at 46 in Bishopville and in Camden. Good morning to all of you. Hope your day is off to a great start. 52 for you down in Orangeburg. Not far from where we were yesterday. So if you needed to bundle up yesterday, you'll probably need to do the same today as you head out. If you have plans to be out and about for today, you really can make plans for a spring-like day. It's almost going to feel like March. A mixture of sun and clouds expected for us. We're going to be waiting for a developing storm system, and this is actually a rainmaker that hasn't really developed yet. So that gives us an opportunity to look at the timing here and really time it out for you and slice it down. If you're going to be in the heart of the Midlands for the rest of the day today, I'm actually going to keep the rain chances out of the forecast for your Saturday. I don't expect the rain to move in here until you get to about 2 to 4 a.m. That's when I expect it to start, and it'll be out of here by the time we get to about 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So just a few hours where we're tracking rainfall, and that's mainly going to be for early Sunday morning. Speaking of Sunday, it's going to be a chillier day. Certainly chillier than today. We're going to take it all the way up to 72 today. So it's feeling like spring today, but tomorrow feeling like fall. We're going to talk about why we have such a huge change coming through in my first alert 7-day forecast.
All right, thank you so much, Vaughn. In your crime alert this morning, charges are still pending for a driver police say ran into the back of a moped, killing that rider. 22-year-old David Newell died Thursday, a day after they say a pickup truck hit his moped from behind. Investigators believe the driver of that truck was speeding. The truck driver remains in the hospital at last check with serious injuries. And Richland County deputies need your help finding the suspect they say took credit cards from 2 gym bags at the Planet Fitness on Two Notch Road last month and then used them to buy items at a Walgreens and Food Line, spending more than $1,000. You see the man who investigators say stole those cards walking right there into those stores. Take a good look right here. If you recognize him, call Crime Stoppers right away. And a settlement has been reached between the Kingstree Police Department and the family of a man seriously injured after police tased him. The 86-year-old was pulled over after police say they received a call about somebody tailgating. They say when they tried to pull Albert Chatfield over, he avoided them before getting out of his car. Officers say they tased him after they say he ignored them and took a fighting stance.
Not everyone who doesn't listen, who refuses to follow directives, not every one of them wants to hurt anyone.
The family reached the settlement for $900,000. They say it's needed to get Chatfield the health care he needs. Police say he's been in the hospital since last month and had bleeding at the front of his brain after that incident. Making top stories this morning, the National Archives has released another batch of records on the subject of President John F. Kennedy's assassination. More than 10,000 records from the FBI were made available for download. Most, more than 8,000, are available in their entirety. Another 2,400 were released with limited redactions, and 144 of those documents are previously unseen. This year, thousands of documents have been released by the National Archives. That's pursuant to the John F. Kennedy Assassination Records Collection Act of 1992. President Trump says he will stop the recent rollback of one regulation put in place by the Obama administration. The president sent out a tweet Friday that he has put the big game trophy decision on hold. It was reported that U.S. authorities had decided to remove restrictions on importing African elephant trophies from Zimbabwe and Zambia. That means Americans would soon be able to hunt the endangered animals. The Obama administration created the trophy restriction in 2014 after the African elephant was put on that endangered species list. The Trump White House faced backlash since its decision to end that regulation. In your White House watch this morning, Senate Republicans may be thankful for one thing. That's a break. Senators will most likely need the rest. The Republican tax plan is on the agenda after the Thanksgiving holiday, and you can expect political fireworks when that bill is debated. Mary Maloney explains.
Despite a rapid move by the House to pass a tax bill, the fight in the Senate may pack more punches. Surrogates say the White House isn't scared.
The right thing to do is to expose the bills to scrutiny and debate.
Senate Republicans have only a thin majority. Already, Republican Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin says he's opposed to the bill in its current form.
I never promised anybody tax cuts because I'm one of those deficit hawks. We don't have enough revenue to pay for all of our expenses today.
Which means Republicans can only lose 2 more members. A potential no, Maine's Republican Senator Susan Collins, who doesn't like aspects of Obamacare tied to the bill.
I believe that if we start getting into health care issues with the individual mandate, that we send a very mixed message.
Others on the fence, Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky, Senator Bob Corker of Tennessee, and Senator Jeff Flake of Arizona, all of whom are concerned about adding to the federal deficit. They also are not running for re-election next year.
I'm hopeful that people can work it out.
If senators do pass the bill, it still has to battle back in the House. But the White House says it is sure the tax plan will soon be the law of the land.
We certainly are still very confident that we're going to get this package passed, and we'd love to see some of the Democrats come on board and support this historic piece of legislation that we feel will be one of the great legacies of this presidency.
I'm Mary Maloney reporting.
And senators plan to get a jump on that GOP tax plan after the Thanksgiving holidays are over. And the head of Puerto Rico's Electricity Power Authority, or PREPA, is stepping down. A PREPA spokesperson says Executive Director Ricardo Ramos has resigned. It comes after an unspecified technical failure caused yet another power outage on the storm-ravaged island. Governor Ricardo Rosselló had just posted a tweet celebrating the milestone of 50% power generation, but the recent outage caused power to plummet to 22% of capacity, later rising to 29%. PREPA says the goal is to reach 80% by the end of November, months after Hurricane Maria left Puerto Rico devastated in September. All right, let's give you some things to do today. Happening today, the second annual Santa and Me is going on at Festival of Treats. It'll be held today at the Columbia Metropolitan Convention Center. At Santa and Me, children will experience Santa's magic with the help of the Mad Platter team. A child will create a holiday keepsake featuring handprints from the child and jolly old Saint Nick. That event's going on from 10 a.m. until noon. Also happening today, Keep the Midlands Beautiful. Adopt-a-Highway volunteers are on a mission today, and they will be removing litter from roads throughout Lexington and Richland counties. So if you're driving throughout the Midlands and you see litter pickup in progress, and signs out or volunteers in orange vests, please slow down. And still to come, are your allergies getting to you during this holiday season or this fall season? I know they are for me. Well, there could possibly be a new solution to your allergy problems. More on that story still to come. And another weekend of the temperatures going up and down all around. Vaughn says it may even feel like spring today with all those changes going on. We'll have your first alert forecast. That's coming up after the break.
The following My Take is an expression of opinion by the editorial board at WIS and presented by Vice President and General Manager Lyle Schulze.
We are asked to give a lot these days, outside stores, at the checkout, even at fast food restaurants. It seems everywhere we turn, we are asked to give to some kind of charity. At times, it can be overwhelming. To be sure, there are a lot of charitable organizations that could use our help. But rarely do you get to see your good deeds at work in your own community, and even less so do you have the opportunity to be an active participant in spreading cheer. Those are just some of the reasons why we ask you to consider participating in what has become a holiday tradition, the Families Helping Families program in partnership with the Palmetto Project. For those who do not know, Families Helping Families offers the opportunity for individuals, families, and businesses and churches to adopt a needy family for Christmas. Around 3,000 families of varying sizes are able to have a happy holiday thanks to you. These are families doing the best they can to provide, but have found themselves needing a little help. When you call our phone bank at 803-758-1020 on weekdays, a friendly volunteer will ask you about the size of the family you would like to help. You are then paired with a family and purchase gifts for them. After the initial call-in period ends, You will be asked to drop those gifts off at Families Helping Families warehouse, and you're done. And on Christmas morning, you wake up with the satisfaction of knowing you've made the day much brighter for a worthy family. So please consider participating in this program this year. And if you've already adopted a family, well, thank you for your generosity. And that's my take. What's yours?
Write to My Take at P.O. Box 367, Columbia, South Carolina 29202. Or send an email to mytake@wistv.com.
Appreciate it.
All right, so we are preparing for some big changes. Remember, I referenced the fact that it will eventually feel like spring today. By 4 o'clock, we're going to be sitting at 71 degrees. So it's a little chilly out there now, but it'll certainly get better. As we head into the evening hours, temperatures will fall, but not quite that fast because of the cloud cover that will be moving in. Now, as we go through the day today, I'm going to keep that rain chance out, but I do put it back in for tomorrow morning, but it's only for a few hours. So tomorrow morning, I do believe we will see some temperatures probably getting in the 60s, and that's where they're going to stay. We'll see them in the 60s to get things started tomorrow, but by the time we head into the afternoon hours, I expect us to see those temperatures falling. Well, why will the temperatures be falling? Let me show you this Canadian area of high pressure that will build in, and that will bring in the cooler temperatures. First things first, you'll notice that it will be nice today. We'll see clear skies for a while today, so plenty of bright, beautiful sunshine. And then as we go into early Sunday morning, that's when we'll really see the rain moving into South Carolina. That rain will pretty much materialize here. We'll probably see some of those areas starting to spread out, but I don't see any big thunderstorms coming our way. But the front does move through, give us a decent opportunity for some rainfall here and there, just for a few hours. I'd say for about 5 or 6 hours, we'll have rain chances in the forecast. And then we'll see that front slicing through, and that cold Canadian high pressure then starts to dig in. So when it starts to dig in, we'll start out Sunday morning with temperatures in the 60s, but by the time we move to the afternoon, the front moves through with the cooler temperatures. Temperatures will drop from the 60s to the 30s. And that will be from your Sunday morning to Sunday night. It looks like we'll start out by Monday morning with a temperature of 32 degrees on the board. So talk about a huge temperature swing coming into play. Increasing clouds for us today at 72, warm spring-like temperatures. 51 overnight. Because of the clouds, temperatures won't really drop too much. Now going into your Sunday, 62 degrees. We'll see those 50s for Monday after starting out at 32. And then we'll see a 35-degree temperature on Tuesday morning, and then by Tuesday afternoon, 64. The one thing I'll tell you, busy travel season, of course, coming up all next week. As long as you got yourself a nice heater or a nice blanket, nice winter jacket, you're going to be fine. I'm not tracking any rain for next week, so traveling between now and Thanksgiving should be fine.
That's good. And it's a roller coaster of temperatures.
Absolutely.
We're about to talk about fall allergies. I think that's what does it for some people, at least for me. So, man, hopefully we get to some consistency soon. Yeah. Thank you, Vaughn.
Mold, pollen, and ragweed here to stay indefinitely.
Definitely eat your vegetables.
That's right. For all the fall sniffling, sneezing, and itchiness, Dr. Shaw from the American Sinus Institute says to eat vegetables. With anti-inflammatory elements and vitamin C, he recommends veggies like broccoli and celery.
The thought process is vitamin C, which is found in many foods, plant-based foods. Broccoli, for example, may have an antihistamine effect, which is beneficial. And then vitamin A, found in carrots, for example, can just directly enhance the immune system.
In addition to carrots, onions and garlic can help in a similar way.
Onions and garlic are also thought to enhance the immune system, not quite through that mechanism, but they're also beneficial.
They have another immune-fighting property, quercetin, which Dr. Shaw says also helps with inflammation. And vitamin A foods are thought to improve allergies, since some studies show people with low vitamin A are more likely to have asthma and allergies. This season, you can eat pumpkin to get lots of vitamin A.
And there are some foods that you may consider avoiding if you have ragweed allergies. Among those, bananas, zucchini, melons, and hibiscus tea. And just ahead, it was a close call when it comes to children crossing the street without looking both ways. First, the heart-stopping video that was caught on camera. We will show it to you coming up next.